Cozy, cozy, wozy. Cozy, cozy, wozy time. Hey there, guys. Monday evening, nice, cozy, chill stream. Nice and cozy, chill stream. Welcome back to Sleep Summoner. I'm your host, narrator, and voice actor, Christopher Wakehamp. Coming to you live from my Fortress of Solitude here in North Texas. It's the last day of March. Spring has sprung. March 31st, Monday, March 31st. Nice little cozy time together. Thanks for joining me. Sophie, it was your birthday? Happy birthday, Sophie. Haven't seen you guys since I was in Cleveland. Let's say hello to the wonders that have joined us in the chat tonight. The Wunderbars. All the Wunderbars that have joined us. Madison is here. Where is Teacup Aizawa? That's a great question. Where is my Teacup Aizawa? There he is. He was just napping. That's what he does best. That's what he loves most. Shimmer is here. What is up, Shimmer Wolf? Coming in hot on the Neumann. Need to calm my Neumann down just a little bit. Retro DJ is here. What is up, Retro DJ? Avery Being is here. Jazzy is here. Hadouken is here. 7 days away until MHA Vigilantes. That is so cool. Sierra's here. What's up, Sierra? Yes. Somehow we're being flung into April showers tomorrow. Alyssa's here. What is up? Lexi's here. We'll be showing off some chonkless for Lexi tonight. Yo, Morgan, welcome in. Yes, almost April Fools. We're getting really close. Let me turn him around so you guys can enjoy. Where you at, Teacup? There he is. There he is. Peyton Collins, what's up? Welcome in, Peyton. Purgabirdie's here, keeping us safe in the chat. Welcome in, Purgabirdie. Who else do we have? Meow the cat. I have something to show off that Meow and DJ brought to me. Newest member of the family, newest member of the Fortress of Solitude here. My new booth baby, if you will. Bella, what is up? Welcome in, Bella. Welcome in, Tara. What's up, Tara? Tee-hee is here. What's up, Tee-hee? Mud is here. And it just stopped storming. Lovely. You get to enjoy the petrichor. Luna Jackson, what is up? Piper Thomas, welcome in. Yes, Purgaberti. Kimmy, it's Purgaberti. Welcome in, the mother of dragons herself. It's Kim Lisi. Clobro's here. What's up? Joining us from the far frozen north. Shanors is here. Still a little cold there for Shanori. Leafy Flower, welcome in. Alita, your Sims 4 session? Oh. Don't let him get in the pool. It never ends well. Heba, what's up? Welcome in, Heba. Johnsa's here. What's up, Johnsa? Elorith is here making dinner. Trying to make dinner and chat on a phone. That sounds like a Sounds like a YouTube stream on hard mode. Yeah, Petrichor is a fun one. I got to introduce that to the kids the other day. They had never heard of Petrichor before. Lexi, you're watching the stream on a plane, so that raises the question: where are you flying to, or away from, or both? Northwind Tweak, what's up, North, my dude? Welcome in. Oh, Gerald Marie, what's up, Gerald Marie? $5 Canadian for the Potato Fund. That puts us up to about got to be $800 now. Let's call it 800. Let's say we're $400 away. Heba got a new Funko Pop. What is the new Funko Pop? We need to know. Yes. My gosh, Alyssa. That was so much fun to see DJ and the fam and to get all of the wonderful, wonderful gifts that I received. Mina says hi. Yes, hello, Mina. How are you doing today? Hey, Fire Blue Vixen, what's up? Welcome. DJ says, finish the new ad. Chris, my client, loved it on the first reading. That's number 3. Yes. Lucky number 3. You're well on your way. Congratulations. Lexi says, going to the neck of your woods just until Wednesday. What's that all about? Visiting family? But on the same flight with mom and sister. Okay. Yes, Kimmy, the Pours in 4K fund is now up to $800. We are inching ever closer. Good to see you again too, DJ. Inching ever closer. Well, without further ado, let me start bringing some of these joys that I received. Bringing them on the stream for us here. Now, first off, we have this gift from Lexi. And it speaks for itself, even though it's shoes. Shoes that speak for themselves. Actually, should probably go like this. That'd be the appropriate way, wouldn't it? Chris, you just got chocolate from Lexi. And indeed, I did get chocolate. And if you're in the Discord server, you definitely saw a picture of Lexi chonklaying me while Kirby was just having the worst day ever in the background. Poor Kirby. Every once in a while, she'd go fall asleep for a minute and then wake up and just start howling again. Poor thing. So now I've got my chonklas in the booth. That could only be good. That could only lead to good things, I believe. And now I got to pull out my new mascot. Morgan says, I'm so excited to have snacks and cuddle with my cats while watching Vigilantes. Me too. I'm super excited too. Lexi says, I'm taking the witness stand, which was Ace Attorney Court, but nope. But yeah, oh my gosh. Can you tell us anything about that? Or can you not talk about it? That sounds dramatic. Is it drama? Is it some drama you got to go squash? Morgan says, I'm from Miami. I know all about the chonklas. Bella just got chonked by an ad. Need to get you guys a subscription set up. And we can skip all these ads. All right, it's time for you to meet this little fellow. So cute. From Meow the cat. I have a lot of trouble saying that. Look at this guy. This is just about the chubbiest cutest little wombat you've probably ever seen in your life. He's even got the little teeth. World Wildlife Fund adoption, courtesy of Meow the cat and Retro DJ as well. And he's just so cute. Dang it. He's just so dang cute. So, this little guy's joining me in the booth as well, as I'm quickly running out of room in the Fortress of Solitude. But that's what Booth Arm is for. Occasionally we'll be bringing out various items and featuring them on the Booth Arm as we go. So the last time we were together, we were talking about, oh my gosh, intimacy kits and all kinds of crazy stuff. Lexi, did you, Lexi says, well, my parents' divorce case, and I want my mom to get full custody of my little brother. I see. So you're bearing witness in the case of your parents' divorce regarding your little brother's custody. That sounds no fun to me, but it also sounds like you're probably doing what you believe is right. So that's kind of good. But boy, that doesn't sound fun. That doesn't sound like a fun way to spend the week. Crispy Wombat has joined us. I'm so happy about that. I think Mutt, for now, I'm calling him Crispy Wombat, but I'm kind of keeping my mind open to other opportunities that could be joining us. You know, there could be other name opportunities coming our way. Yeah, no worries. No worries at all, Dawn. Good to see you, Dawn. Yeah, you need to wear, Lexi, you need to wear a cravat. I think that would be appropriate. He really is so cute. Yeah, I don't know. My streams have been pretty intermittent in March, so I don't know if you've missed all that much, really. Yeah, Luna, these were goodies from the cons. So I went out to Cleveland, and DJ was kind enough to grace me there. Grace me with her presence and presents. What's up, JL? Welcome. Jadzia, you just finished rehearsal. No, Madison, sadly, the intimacy kit. My hope is that what I did is I just left it behind. I left it behind in the hotel room. And so I think it's my ardent hope that somebody has come behind me and they have taken it for their own special use, and maybe it will actually get used for something. Yes, the Uno cards. I did forget the Uno cards, Lexi. Yes, Lexi gifted me after I soundly trounced Lexi in a game of Uno, in-person Uno. The quickest win I've ever had in an Uno game, too. And yes, Lexi gifted me with a wonderful Uno card pack of my own, which I'm so happy about. Jadzy, a rehearsal for what? Was this a dance competition that you're doing? And yes, Lexi and DJ were doing the con together. Leafy Flowers got more music for the choir concert later this month. Very cool. Yeah, it's annoying. I don't know why YouTube does that. I left it all in the tin. I thought, it's a shame for it to just go to waste, was kind of my thought. So I ended up deciding to leave it there, hoping that it will all somehow come to someone else's benefit. Tara says, I've missed a lot since starting this job. Well, how's the job going, Tara? If it's keeping you busy, that tells me it's probably going pretty well. I didn't say Uno. Well, look, you don't have to say Uno to win, I don't think. It's up to Lexi to say draw a card. If I don't say Uno, then Lexi has to say draw a card. But Lexi was so distracted. I really had Lexi at a disadvantage, is what it comes down to. Lexi was incredibly distracted. And so I think under other circumstances, she would have remembered to say draw a card. And then I would have been in trouble. T says, we used to gamble with Uno when I was in middle school. We also used actual playing cards, and we gambled on stuff ranging from candy to actual money. Basic career class was definitely a career. That's kind of a cool name for a class anyway, basic career class. Did I take the intimates? No. I left it all. I left it all with the hope in my heart that somehow all these items are going to go to somebody who will use them for their benefit. Lexi Richter says, I was distracted, and also there were a lot of people in line. We were trying to do it all while there were people waiting. And Lexi was being awesome because Lexi had Kirby there too, and Kirby was not in a patient mood at that moment. And so Lexi was just rushing. Lexi was moving in a hurry. Totally understand. Tara says, it's going pretty good. This week was my first week on my own, so it was a little stressful, but I enjoy the job. Starting to wonder if I enjoy these night shift hours, though. Oh, night shift. So night shift, does that mean late into the night? What does that look like for you? I did, Madison. I just decided, some brave soul is going to go and some brave soul is going to go and use the mints well and use all of the equipment well. I don't know. That's what I thought. I don't know if it'll actually happen that way, but that is what I was thinking. Oh, Lexi, I was just calling you out in front of the whole room. Don't worry about it. I know. Retro DJ tried to get a hold of the Intimates tin. $6 p.m. to 6 a.m. That would cause severe harm on me. That would cause a great deal of harm on my body. That would be rough. But I bet the money's good. It seems like they usually pay, pretty good for the night shift stuff. I guess depends on the place. Peyton says I usually work until midnight at Saturday and Sundays. Peyton, where do you work? Hey, what's up? Alexa, welcome. Yeah, it was funny. Lexi was Lexi was literally like standing in the very, very back of the room, like all the way in the back by the wall. And she got called for a question. I was like, "Yes, Lexi." And everybody in the room like goes like 200 people. It was great. Hey, thank you so much, Madison. I had a lot of help from the director and from a translator as well. So I had a translator, professional translator help, and then I also had obviously the incredible help of our director Caitlin Glass on my character in Solo Leveling, and would not have felt super duper confident doing that on my own for sure. There's no background stream music happening? Is that true? Y'all can't hear any music? I've got the music playing. Hang on, let me see if I've done something wrong. Oh, I know what I did. There we go. How's that? I've been troubleshooting things here in the Fortress of Solitude, trying desperately to solve some issues that popped up after I updated OBS. Ugh. But I think I've got some of it nailed down. No, I know. I don't know why the bot timers aren't working either. Mix It Up is doing its thing tonight. Heba, yeah, I will. Check the Discord Gen chat. Tell us what the Funko Pop is, though. Just for those, for those that aren't in there. Where do I usually stream, or when? Where? Usually stream between Twitch and YouTube. So I kind of go back and forth, depending on the day, depending on the mood. I only play games on Twitch, though. Thank you. Jay Peters, thank you very much. Yes, it is indeed Waycamp. Oh, there you go, Tara. That's something to look forward to. Yeah, Gianza, I'm on Twitch also. My name is Real Chris Waycamp over there. Music's a bit loud. Let me bring it down a hair. There we go. How about that? Well, it is different. Over on YouTube, I am Sleep Summoner. And I spend my time over here trying to put you to sleep and make you feel cozy and chilled out. And then over on Twitch, I spend my time trying to be as chaotic as possible and play games. Kimmy says, Intimints when? Well, Intimints merch when? Well, actually, on this last trip, I was on a Discord server chatting with everybody, and we got on the topic of YouTube merch. I think I just asked everybody straight up, like, hey, if you could have some YouTube merch. So I think YouTube's going to be the home of merch once I arrive at the place where that is what we're doing. And so there was just an amazing outpouring of ideas from folks within the Discord server of what sort of merch they'd like to see. And frankly, I was astounded at the creativity. There was a lot of stuff in there I had never thought of before. And a lot of good ideas. Leafy says, crispy, I just got done with a painting. Only took 3 hours. What is it a painting of? I do have TikTok, indeed. I'm going to go live on TikTok here in about 4 minutes. So we'll do a double stream. It's always fun. TikTok is always a mystery. We never know what's going to happen on TikTok. This is the cozy part of the stream where we just have one chat and we focus up on one chat and we just vibe together for a little bit. Alyssa says she needs some Intimates merch. It's a great idea. Mountains, plains, and clouds. That sounds really peaceful. Araya Peregrina. What a name. I like that name. Oh, Araya. Hey. Yes. So you signed the ring I made over the weekend, and I finally engraved it into the ring. But the color can make it hard to see. If I paint it, what color would you want it to be? Gosh, that's a good question. I mean, my favorite color is blue. So I think blue would be my suggestion, but I would also suggest make sure, that it's visible. So whatever color is going to sort of stand out the most, pop the most for you, whatever color you decide is gonna pop the most, I think that's a good move. Dawn says, I still rock my Campfire shirts that I have had for years. I'm always glad to hear that because I feel like, especially with, merch, the merch companies, it's like you never quite know what the quality is. And so I'm glad to hear the quality is good and it's lasting. Kimmy says it is a great idea and I already made a design for it. Kimmy was unveiling all kinds of really fun Photoshops on the last stream. And man, I saved all of those. They're all quite amazing. Yo, what's up, Arknessa? How you doing tonight? So I heard that Kyle had a stream last night where he had like 2,000 plus viewers because I guess he was he applied for the what's it called? The front page on Twitch or whatever. That must have been nuts. Was it like super chaotic in there? Sierra says, I bet Kimmy already has a shop page full of merch ready to launch the moment she gets the word. Kimmy is incredibly, incredibly creative about this stuff. Kimmy's got a merch proposal. Woo. Shinori, you've got yours too? Is your shirt still kicking? It was Kyle's Smash Bros. Tournament last night. Okay. Yes, Piper, we are endeavoring to bring all these things to life. On top of everything else that we are doing here in the Fortress of Solitude. Maybe be the Wombortress of Solitude. The Wombortress of Solitude is just clunky enough that I sort of enjoy it. Lexi, yes, I've got the pencils and the sacapuntas upstairs. I don't have them downstairs. I don't have them downstairs. I need to show those for sure. Jay Peters sporting the Aizawa shirt. Love it. Araya says, Chris, do you still have the Umbreon sketch? I may or may not be taking a 3D printing class in college this semester and am tempted to make it. You know, I was doing some cleaning as I moved towards taxes. God, I hate doing taxes. It is like, I can't think of much else that I less look forward to or that I just dread more than doing taxes every year. But anyway, so I've been cleaning some stuff up, moving some stuff around, and look at that. That is a perfect Umbreon. I mean, perfect. That is exactly what Umbreon looks like. That is canonically identical. I may as well be the original artist of the Umbreon. How do you spell Wombortress? That's a good question. Wombortress. Wombortress of Solitude. I know. I'm sorry to even bring up taxes. It's just, it's blech. I'd rather go to the doctor and get a shot. In fact, that would be a great thing, actually. If you could just go to the doctor and get a shot. Like, you can either do your taxes or you can go to the doctor and get a shot. You choose. I would absolutely choose to go to the doctor and get a shot. Fun fact about spelling bees. I won the spelling bee in 5th grade. And then when I went to regionals or whatever it was, when I went to district, I lost. But my wife, Sarah, also at her school, which was just down the street from mine, won the spelling bee in 5th grade and went to district and lost. Perfect for each other. Shimmerwolf has been building a new shelf. That's cool. It feels good. This is a good time of year for that, right? I was talking to Kyle about it the other day. We were just chatting while he was driving. And I was working in my studio, cleaning stuff. And I was like, man, I have been putting off cleaning and organizing stuff for so long. And there's just so much stuff I got to sort and organize and file. And he's like, yeah, dude, that's me every month. I was like, every month? Every month? Man, I wish that was me. I wish I could do that every month. I could get in here and get it all cleaned up. I'm just not. I'm like an every 3 months kind of guy for that. For sort, really, the deep sort, going through everything, figuring out what you want to keep and where you want to put it and what you don't have room for. And it's, I really wish that was something my brain had room for, every month, where I could just be like, all right, and now I'm going to clean and sort and organize everything. How often do you guys clean, do a deep cleaning in your spaces. Mira, what's up? Mira says that she's damp. I have questions. Is it raining there? I presume. Yeah, I need to chonkla those taxes. I sure do. Yeah, Kimmy, that's you and I are on the same sort of schedule. It just piles up. And I'm like, I'll get to this. And then, man, I don't. Ooh, Jay Peters, gardening and planting veggies. So that's on my list. Here in North Texas, we always have the risk of one more weird freeze in April. And so it can be a good idea to wait until like right after Easter or so. It's a good idea to kind of put things off until right after Easter. Then that's the sweet spot. That's when you get all your stuff planted. Now, that's not true of the onions. We already got the onions in. We get those in technically right at the end of winter. And so they'll be fine. But glad to hear it. Glad to hear you're getting your crop put in. Yo, what's up, Rizu? Am I saying that right? Rizui? Rizu? One or the other. Rizui? Rizu? Rigatoni. Oh, Mira, okay. You're just, you've cleansed yourself of your sins. Fair enough. That actually does remind me, though. I've been assembling questions because I've got this special event happening for my poor counts and regents over on Patreon who have been deprived of their just rewards over the last month and a half or so. I did get to several people in February, but then several I didn't. And they were all supposed to receive one-on-ones with me, and then 3 cons in a row and a bunch of bookings. And caused some chaos over here at the Wombortress. So I like it when the Wombortress has a lot of solitude, and then lately it didn't. So anyway, I've come up with an idea, and the idea is that for those who are missing out, and probably I'm just going to extend it to all the counts and all the regents, because long suffering, and how nice of them to not first of all cancel, but second of all, how nice of them not to get all angry at me, because they could. They'd be justified in doing it. But so I think I'm going to do a kind of a 1-hour special hangout, is what I'm thinking. And during that time, I'm assembling a list of fun questions that we can that I'll ask, and I'll ask sort of each person. And then they can either answer the question, they can Uno reverse the question, or chonkla the question, if you will, and I have to answer it. Or they get one skip, so they can do it like a pass, and I'll choose another question in case the question, they just don't like it or whatever. It should be fun. I think I've never tried anything quite like it, but we're going to do it over on Discord, and should be a good time. I think we're going to do it this week also. We got to find the right time. We got to find a good slot for everybody. But that made me think of some of the questions that I've been assembling. Oh, DJ, did you guys have tornadoes? Dang, glad you got through that okay. I was at work when it was storming last night, and thank God we didn't have a tornado where I was. But I was thinking about y'all out there when the storm hit. Yes, Alyssa, it's true. The counts and the regents have been long suffering in the transition from February to March Had 3 cons in a row, bunch of great bookings, but that has a tendency to shift priorities around. Sucks. We're going to make it right. Oh, there's Kimmy dropping the link. For any of you who feel the need to also be just as neglected. No. Going forward, no. We're getting back on track with April. We've already got the one-on-one slots open. Everybody's going to be hanging out with me one-on-one in the Fortress of Solitude in April, as well as the Regent Letters. Weird weather everywhere, it looks like. Weird weather in Ohio, weird weather in Indiana, weird weather in North Texas. That's not weird. Really? It's just, this is what it is every year. Oh my gosh. DJ. He's right in the middle of a god dang old tomato-nator. Arknessa's got to go to work. Arknessa, have a good night. How late you working? How many hours you got ahead of you in the shift? Yes, join the abusive and neglectful household of the Campire, where your patriarchal figurehead will forget about his duties to you. But then make it up to you. Faith? Oh my gosh, Faith, what's up? Wait, why are you Faith Noel? Is that your middle name? Everybody, welcome Faith to the stream. I don't know, should I say anything about you, Faith, or should I just leave it at that? But either way, hey, welcome, friendo. Good to see ya. What do you got this weekend? Where are you headed to? Mutt says lots of rain in Pennsylvania. Seems to be what's happening. I know, some king, this guy. Some monarch. King of the Campire. Oh, that's your middle name. Very cool, Faith. For sure, go for it. Faith is a handler for one of the voice actor celebrities that I've recently gotten a chance to be with at multiple cons here recently this year. And so I've gotten a good chance to get to know Faith over some of our late nights out and hijinks, just absolute hijinks, getting up to good times. And Faith is really a lot of fun and incredibly sweet and also incredibly knowledgeable too. So Alexis, yes, I have been neglecting my problem children, and it's not their fault. Isn't this what parents are supposed to say in these situations? Look, your dad's just been very busy. Your dad's just been covered up with a lot of stuff. It's nothing you did. This is not your fault. You're supposed to make that abundantly clear, right? So making that abundantly clear. Are you going to Huntsville maybe? Oh yeah. Let's go scoot. We'll be scooting. Huntsville at the end of the month. Let's go. Alyssa. Alyssa asking for absolute chaos. A swear word pass in the server. Do you know how quickly my mods would string me up if I said yes to that? You're advocating for me to be killed by my own court. They would kill me. Sierra. Dad just went out to get milk. He'll be back. I just went to the store to get milk and cigarettes, kids. I'll be back. Yeah, Faith, we've got a pretty wonderful little group here. It's growing all the time, but I started back in October here on YouTube and Patreon. Of course, I've been on Twitch for, I've been on and off of Twitch for just about 5 years. And, but yeah, the YouTube crew and really what we do over here on YouTube is all about the chill vibes. It's all about the just hanging out in the Wombortress of Solitude, which we have just named tonight. Jackie would be mad, but more than that, it'd be, it wouldn't just be Jackie. Alyssa says I swear in my own server, guys. Is that true? Does anybody even have any proof of that? Because I don't remember ever doing that. This is the other thing your abusive dad does, is he just gaslights you. I don't think that ever happened. I never said that. We never. Lady Ashy, what is up? Thanks for coming out to Cleveland. Yes. Oh, and thank you so much for the shirt. That was really awesome. I got to show my kids the shirt when I got home. They really thought it was cool too. So thanks for giving that to me. Oh, Lexi, Jackie would Uno reverse that chancla so fast. Jackie's got some experience with the chancla now. See, you guys all say that you have screenshots and proof and stuff, but I don't know. I mean, a lot of stuff can be photoshopped, these days. There's a lot of, deep fakes and disinformation out there. It's really hard to know what's really true. I'm gaslighting like your abusive anime dad right now. Have I ever played Granny? It's a decently old game, but now I've been getting back into Granny. I've never heard of Granny. What is that? Is that a card game? Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss. All day long. Gaslighting so hard the house is on fire. Oh, now wait a minute. The mods are piling on too. Now wait a minute. Wait a minute here. Wait just a minute. I need my phone call. I need my phone call to call my lawyer. I have a Wombat lawyer that I use in cases like this where my name is being besmirched by absolute libelous claims. I'm going to have to call my Wombat lawyer, I think. I should get at least one phone call. That's all I'm saying. Faith! You're not supposed to come here and pile on with the rest of them. Unbelievable. You're supposed to be the witness to attest to the impeachable nature of my character. And you're supposed to affirm for everyone here that I would certainly never resort to uttering a swear word. Or such uncouth words and language would never escape my lips. Hadouken says Granny is a horror game. I don't play a lot of horror games. They don't scare me. I just don't work. And you know what? If I did play a horror game, you know what I'd be doing? Is I'd just be... Something would jump out and I'd go, the thing jumped out. I don't know what it is. It just doesn't... I guess because it's just a video game. I have a hard time, I don't know. It just doesn't scare me. The video game isn't real, you know? And I just know that too much. And so... Now, I will say, I am susceptible to the jump scare. Like, the jump scare will startle me, but it's not scary. Especially when you play a horror game, it's like, well, there's going to be jump scares. And so then your nervous system is just kind of ready for the jump scare, right? I'm no fun. I'm a big old fuddy-duddy. Alita says, buddy, you are the voice of the lawyer. No, I need a defense attorney. I need a defense wombat, is what I'm saying. I don't need a prosecutor. I have an entire chat full of prosecutors. I need a defense wombat, is what I need. Alyssa says I'm getting handcuffs. This is getting serious. This is getting very serious now. Wait, there's videos? Oh boy. We're gonna have to plead insanity, maybe. I don't know. I have to talk to my counsel about this. I'm gonna have to convene with my counsel in chambers. Is that right? Is that the way you say that? Like, I like scary movies. I mean, I'm not going to say that, but I'll give you an example of a scary movie. I'll give you a couple examples of scary movies that have been very effective for like legit creeping me out and scaring me. That's what scares me. Is like disturbing is scary to me. Okay, so I think it needs to be more like something that's like intellectually scaring is scary to me. So like, for example, John Carpenter's The Thing, to me, is the best horror movie I've ever seen. Because, without giving anything away in a movie that's 40 years old, I don't think this is a spoiler. But the whole time you're watching the movie, the reason why it's so scary is because you just don't know who anybody is. And so you're becoming a little bit, especially the first watch, you become a little bit like emotionally attached to people that later, or you become at least like you feel some connection with their motivations. You feel connections with certain characters' motivations at certain times. And then it turns out, whoa, you did not know what was going on. And so there's a storytelling kind of terror in that I, and also, I mean, the effects are really good. I'm not going to say the effects are amazing, especially for them being practical effects. They're incredible. And they're gross. There's some gross, like, body horror stuff. That's just gross. That doesn't really scare me. It's just icky. It's just yuck. Another example. What was it called? Now I'm blanking on the name. It's like an early aughts. It had Lawrence Fishburne in it. And Sam Neill. I'll just type their names. Lawrence Fishburne, Sam Neill. Event Horizon. Event Horizon is disturbing, especially the end where they are only showing you like little snippets of what happened on the ship, and then you're getting these crazy little snippets of like what actual hell looks like, but it's sort of what you don't see. Also, like there's little moments of stuff that makes your imagination go like, oh my god, you know. That movie creeped me out, and like I ended up, that was a movie I thought about a lot afterwards, where I was like, oh god, what was happening in those images of hell? Like your mind, it left a lot to your mind, to kind of your imagination to fill in. That creeped me out. So those are the kinds of things that do work on me as far as a horror movie goes. But yeah, otherwise horror games just don't work. I'm just going to be faking it. Like, you're going to watch me play a horror game and I'm going to be like, oh, it's a monster. Or I'm going to try to fake it. I'm going to be like, the monster. You know, I don't know. Jay Peters. Oh, here we go. My Defense Wombat has arrived. Defense Wombat here claimed that the videos are AI. There you go. Done deal. These videos are clearly AI. They've been doctored. In fact, they weren't even doctored. They were just created from whole cloth. I wasn't even aware. I wasn't even there. I have an airtight alibi. I wasn't even there that day. There you go. May it please the court. Thank you, Jay Peters. Teehee's going to bed. Good night, Teehee. I hope you laugh yourself into a pleasant, delightful slumber. One teehee at a time. Luna loved Poltergeist. Yeah, Poltergeist, creepy. Very creepy. That was kind of an amazing time for horror movies. I know we're kind of going through another renaissance of horror movies right now, too. But I don't know. They just don't, they don't get me. Kimmy doesn't get it with horror either. Maybe it's, I don't want to age you here, Kimmy. And I certainly don't want to, so I'll say this a different way. I'll just say, maybe it's like, maybe it's a timing thing. Like, I think if you see horror movies too early, like when you're, like the first real horror movie I ever saw, I want to say I was in like 5th or 6th grade, and I was over at a friend's house, and his older brother was watching The Exorcist. Can you imagine that being your first horror movie at that age? Like, it gave me so many nightmares. And then very shortly after that, I watched Aliens. And I used to wake up in a dead sleep, and it'd be because I had to go to the bathroom. Like, I had to go pee or something. And I would wake up in a dead sleep, and I would be so terrified because I was coming out of a dream. I was a little groggy. And I'd be so terrified that one of those face huggers was going to be in the toilet and jump out of the toilet on my face. That does not happen in the movie, but just that's what I had decided in my little crispy wombat brain was going to happen if I got up and went to the bathroom. And so I'd lay there and just be like, I don't really have to pee. I can just go back to sleep. But that only lasts so long. And then you're like, I really got to pee. And then you got to make that scary nighttime walk to the bathroom. And then you got to just hope that the face hugger isn't in the toilet, you know. And thankfully it wasn't. That time. So I don't know, I guess some of it is like, I think maybe kids aren't watching stuff like that when they're 9, 10 years old. And probably they shouldn't be, right? Like, that's not really the age range that necessarily should be watching The Exorcist. But I did. So I think it kind of just, I don't know. I do like horror movies. I do enjoy them. But they don't really scare me. And horror video games, yeah, I don't get it at all. Because it's like, well, I'm playing a video game. Yo, how do you say your name? Is it Emovgil? Am I saying that right? Emovgil, welcome. Thanks for hanging out. Multiplayer games with in-game voice chat. You get to laugh at other people being scared. I could get into that. That'd be fun. But then at that point, I guess I should just watch a stream. Because I'm just not going to have much to contribute. Other than, yeah, maybe I guess I could laugh at people getting scared. That doesn't seem very nice, but maybe abusive anime dad would do that. Which I'm being accused. Which I am being very speciously accused of being. Luna says, first horror movies were monster films with my grandma. She loved werewolves. Child's Play and The Exorcist from Meow. My dad used to let me watch all sorts of horror movies with him. Shanor says it was The Ring. I liked The Ring. I thought that was a cool movie. But I liked it so much that I went back and watched the Japanese original, which I think is called Ringu. I think it's literally called Ringu. I think it's better. I think it's worth a watch if you like The Ring. Oh, Bella tried to come with the receipts. 3/20/25. What were you doing that evening? Well, I'm glad you asked, Bella, because 3/20/2025, I happen to remember that I was changing a flat tire for an elderly neighbor who had run over a tack and needed help with changing her tire. So that's what I was doing. Child's Play is so silly though. Like it's I think the whole thing of the doll being alive and murdering people is a creepy idea, but it's also so silly. Like the way like, and I think it's fun the way in the later movies. I think it's fun the way that they've played that up, and they've been just like, they've really leaned into like, this is a horror movie, but it's also like, this is a comedy horror movie a little bit. Like he's got a girlfriend and stuff, and they've leaned more into that idea of like, yeah, this is the scary murder doll guy, but also like it's a doll and it's a little silly too. Sierra says I need to countersue. I mean, I'm gonna have to consult my Wombat lawyer before I made any sorts of legal decisions like that. But I can't rule it out. I mean, I can't rule it out at this point. Kimmy says, just stream critically acclaimed video game Final Fantasy X. Kimmy, I think you have streamed that game enough for all of the internet. There's nothing. What else could I do? I mean, you've done it all. You have done it all. As above, so below. No, I have not seen that one. Add that to my list. As above, so below. DJ says, okay, guys, I got this. Mr. Wombat, what can you tell us about the pyramids? You know me, I have been following this story closely. There's a lot of speculation out there, which is fun. It's fun to read about the speculation. Of course, DJ's referring to, for those that don't know, the discoveries that were made. I don't know what's real anymore. Supposedly there's a group of archaeologists who performed like a ground radar survey of the land underneath the pyramids, and there's supposedly these columns that lead down to so originally when it was first reported, they're like it's these chambers down there. They don't know what it is, but now a lot of the people that are talking about it are like, no, there's hieroglyphics that exist that refer to an underground city. And so this is the underground city. It's it's really fun to read about. It's really fun to think about. And I think like iShowSpeed needs to go get access to the Pyramid of Giza and like do a live stream going and exploring down below the pyramids. I think that'd be amazing. I would watch that. As he just runs into like lizard people. You know, the crazy thing is that if that live stream happened, no one would believe it. Nobody would believe it. Not really. Like, you'd watch that live stream and you'd see iShowSpeed going down into like chambers underneath the pyramids. And then he comes up across like this lizard person and he's like talking to the lizard person or whatever. They have some kind of interaction. Everybody would be like, this is fake. This is AI. But at the same time, like there legit are archaeologists that have found this stuff. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's real with this stuff. I don't know if it's just propaganda. I don't know if it's just clickbait. But it is really interesting. Oh, now we're talking about cookies? I'm going to have to go get a Tim Tam if that happens. Which I don't have. I didn't bring my liquid refreshment in here either, so I need to procure that as well. DJ. Oh, man. I don't know. Who is this hotel manager you're talking about? I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm going to now employ the other amazing technique of the gaslighting patriarch. And that is I'm going to completely change the subject, apropos of nothing. So I've been looking up these questions, right, and assembling questions for my regents and my counts so that we can have a good time, and I can hit them with some brain busters during this little special event we're doing. And then as I've been doing that, I've run across all kinds of different questions. All kinds of different kinds of questions. Some of them are just just really, I don't know. Really personal, you know? I'll put it that way. Really personal questions. And so I would say the theme of what I've been looking for is like icebreaker questions, or like questions that, you know, friends can use to get to know each other, or like, you know, fun questions to ask the people that you but then I run across some and I'm like this one stuck out to me. is it? Well, okay, yes. So this one stood out to me also. So this one is not the one I was thinking of, but this one is supposed to be like a get to know you kind of question. So, and I guess I just don't know how to answer it. But I've also never necessarily thought about it. And here it is. What's your favorite form of touch? And the reason why that maybe just never had occurred to me is like people will have, if there's lots of them that are like, what's your favorite smell? Or like, what's your least favorite smell? Or, there was one that was like, what's your type of music that you like to listen to the most when it's time for you to go to sleep? Things like that. And then right below that is, what's your favorite form of touch? Form of touch? First of all, it sort of makes you think like, my first thought is like, are there different forms of touch? Like, I mean, I guess there are, because you could say like, well, slapping somebody is very different from like holding their hand or something. But is that what it's asking? Or is there a whole, how supposedly like the Inuits have like 70 different words for snow? Is there like 70 different types of touch and I just don't know about it? That was sort of the first thought that occurred to me. But maybe it just means like, do you like a hug? Do you like a firm pat on the back? Do you like a firm handshake? Do you like a high five? Do you like a fist bump? Maybe that's what it's asking. I think the way it's phrased just sent my mind into like a spiral of confusion. Form of touch. Sierra says, a punch in the face. I guess that's a form of touch, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't. It's like it's on the edge of Lexi. It's like on the edge of being a love language question, I think, but it's not. But also no, kind of also. Jackie says, I love hugs. I love hugs too. That's my physical touch, I suppose, is my number one love language. Which is a little bit weird sometimes. Like I always try to, I don't always ask, I guess, but like sometimes I just sort of like go in for the hug a little bit, or I kind of motion towards the hug. And if I see any, weirdness, then I don't proceed. But I'm a big hugger. Always been a big hugger. Kimmy. Kimmy, not a hugger. Although I have hugged Kimmy. So, Kimmy, when I went in for the hug on you, you did not signal clearly enough to me, I think, that you were not ready for the hug. Because I did. I definitely hugged you. I remember that. Lady Ashley says, any form of touch as long as there isn't cursing. Well, we've already established there's no cursing. There's no cursing around here. So. Lexi says, punch in the face with a chancla. Very controversial answer. Very controversial answer. Yeah, DJ, you're right. But it's not February. There are people like, it does happen from time to time where people will come up and they'll get a photo with me. And I can feel them shaking. Like because I'll put my arm just kind of lightly on a person's shoulder while we take the photo and do the pose. And if they're like shaking, I'm just like, okay, this is uncomfy for them, maybe. And so I just don't. But there are other people who, will get the photo, come up for the photo, and like I'll kind of motion to do like the arm around the back, and they'll just like throw both arms around me. And so I'm like, okay, they're super duper cool with this. That's okay. They feel comfy with that. Oh, thank you, DJ. Yes, you did. You hugged me back. I enjoyed it. Jetsy is like, Kimmy, do you need to talk to HR? Poor Kimmy. Kimmy puts up with a lot. Really, all my mods do. Just various, like, I'll just be gone I'll just vanish, for like weeks. And then I'll show up and I'm like, do you guys know about this? I'm just like returning from the store with the milk and the cigarettes, I suppose. Just flying in the door, asking you a bunch of questions. Yo, Luna, thanks for dropping in. Have a great night. Yeah, some people do ask for a hug. I mean, some people will be like, is it okay if I give you a hug? And I'm like, yeah, that's perfectly fine. But you also don't have to ask. I mean, maybe that's kind of old school. I don't know. It's probably the safer thing to seek consent in all moments of touching another person, I guess. But at the same time, it's like, you're coming up here for a photo, and I'm going to pose like that. And then just gauge your energy, I guess. I don't know. It's not very scientific. Now that I'm saying it out loud, it's like a vibe check thing. Alex Mata says, F word here is family. F stands for family here at Sleep Summoner. I think that's true. Shaylee, what's up? If we meet in May, I might shake. However, I would like a hug. I'm just very anxious. Okay, yeah, no problem. That's also possible too. I think, and yeah, great. I'd be down for a hug anytime, regardless. What I just don't want it, like some people are anxious, and so I don't want to make it worse, That's my instinct, is like I don't want to make anybody feel uncomfy. And so my default is like, if you're shaking, I'm probably not going to continue to try to like put my arms around you or whatever. But yes, absolutely. Communication is great on this topic. Lexi's a fan of the side hugs. No, it's not awkward at all. Hugs are all good. Oh, thank you, Dawn. You do too. Faith, did I pick you up? Is that what you're referencing? I think it's just something further upstream. You are tall. Shy and excited, no problem. Totally understand. Are you a Marlboro dad? American Spirit. I gotta go American Spirit. I don't smoke, but if I'm defining what sort of absentee father I'm going to be, I'm gonna go 2% milk and American Spirits. Mira says, I have PTSD, so I love it when people give me verbal or non-verbal consent checks. Totally fine. I think I lean more towards the nonverbal. I think I just feel awkward. And again, I didn't grow up with this. So like it's sort of a I feel awkward. I've tried it before. I've been like, is it okay if I give you a hug? Or the alternative, that, because he's saying that makes it seem like now you, as the person who has just come up to the table, are now under pressure. Like if you didn't want a hug, now it's like maybe he's pressuring to give me a hug, you know? And I don't want to do that. I don't want to pressure somebody into a hug. I just want to give them a hug if the vibe check passes, I guess. If it seems like they want a hug. The alternative to that is like somebody comes up and they get a photo or they are chatting with me and I go, you can hug me if you want to. That is also incredibly awkward. Like that's even more awkward. Because then it's like I'm prompting you to hug me. So probably the answer is like a sign or something. Probably the answer is just a sign that says like, hugs are welcome. But even that makes it seem like, oh, like for the person standing in line who's like maybe feels like Kimmy and just isn't super into hugs. Now they're like, oh, the whole time in line, they see this sign that's like, you know, hugs are welcome. And they're just like, oh God, is he going to expect me to hug him? And I don't want to do that either. So it's like, there's no great answer. There's no perfect way to do it. So instead what I do is I just try to go with my gut instinct, which obviously I did not get right with Kimmy. And I'm not going to get it right all the time. I recognize that. The sign would not get it right all the time either, because it would maybe misinform somebody, it would maybe miscommunicate with somebody. They would see the sign as a dictate instead of just a suggestion. You know, there's no perfect way to do this. And so I try to just feel it out, honestly. DJ says, the first time you hugged me, Chris, at GalaxyCon, I forgot how to be a person. I was so excited to meet you for the first time, and I may have cried as I walked away. Aw, that does happen sometimes, and it's funny because it's being on the other side of this. I have a really interesting perspective on how this works sometimes, and the way it works is, especially as a voice actor, because I'm not recognizable anywhere else, really. I've only been recognized maybe 3 times in total over like 15 years of doing this. It's like if you go to an art museum and there's a toilet. It's the old joke of you go in the art museum and there's all the art on the walls. And then in one corner, there's like a bathroom and the door's not on the hinges or whatever, so you can see the toilet. Because you're in an art museum, you because of that context, you can look at that toilet and be like, I wonder if somebody's trying to make a statement with this. Like, I wonder if this is, that's an interesting modern art piece. You know, it's the context of the museum makes you think that. Otherwise, you never would, right? And so being at the con and being on the other side of the table, it's the con that's doing that. It's not me. And how do I know that? Because when I leave the table and I go like shopping, I'm going to go find some gifts for the kids, or I'm just walking around to stretch my legs or whatever. If I don't have, my badge prominently featured, if I'm not standing behind the table where my line is, if there's not a big sign behind me that says, whatever, I can just walk around the con totally unimpeded. People don't even notice me. Like, people don't even... A few people who are sharp-eyed will maybe pick me out of a crowd. And a handful of times, people will stop me and ask me a question, or they'll be like, are you the voice actor of blah, blah, blah? The rest of the time, I'm just a tallish white dude walking around the con, just like all the rest of the tallish white dudes walking around the con. And so, if I'm not standing... So that's what I mean by it's not me. Because if I'm not standing exactly in that spot, behind that table, with this sign back behind my head, with a line of people right there, you would never be shaking. You would never, I would just be a guy. And so what I try to do is just to be that guy anyway. And so then that way, hopefully it just sort of calms people down, and we can just have a nice interaction, and they don't have to feel too anxious, That's what I try to do. I tried to be the toilet in the art museum, is what I'm saying. Is I guess what I'm saying. Be the toilet in the art museum. Yeah, there you go, Natalie. Just get a sign. There you go. You just need a sign that says, I'm nervous, but yes, you can hug me. Yes, I am going to a con at the end of the month. I've got three weeks here where I'm just taking care of business at home, and doing some voice acting as well. And but then I'm headed to Huntington, Alabama. Huntsville, Alabama. Huntington Beach, Alabama. Huntsville, Alabama. And I'm excited to make my way down there. Down south. And that's going to be a good time. I hear that's a pretty big con. I've never been. Kimmy says, listen, hugs depend on the person. Like the height requirement on a roller coaster must have known for X amount of time. Totally fair. I don't have that requirement. I am a hugger. Full stop. I could know you for 30 seconds, and I'm down for a hug. But I totally understand. That is a very individual thing, And I want to respect that, and I want to check it's a vibe check thing for me. It's like if I get the vibe that you're also a hugger, then we're hugging. And if I get the vibe that you're not, then we're not. Yes, Kyle does give good hugs. Kyle's a hugger too. So like I think almost every time we part company, we hug it out. Hug it out, bro. Yo, what's up, Amity Ann? How are you doing? Welcome in. I try to be DJ. That's what I'm going for. Because I am just like a guy, I'm just like just like if you saw me in the grocery store, you'd just be like, oh, there's a guy over there shopping for groceries. Like, that's me. That's who I am. I'm okay with that. I kind of like it. I kind of like that I'm just a guy, I'm actually pretty happy about it. I'm just kind of a guy. Just a guy that like other guys you've probably met. I'm just kind of a guy. Peyton's going to bed. Good night, Peyton. Sleep very good. Sweet dreams. All right. That means it's time for me to get a cookie and some liquid refreshment. What'd I say? Unfreshment? I do not want liquid unfreshment. Liquid unfreshment seems like some sort of anti-water. I don't want that. And I'm getting some tea anyway. Madison says, Chris, do you want to see the rocket launch happening? Yeah. The rocket launch happening? That sounds cool. Yes, Lady Ashy, I sure did. Beautiful shirt. High quality shirt. Jadzia, I think I am like the other guy. I think that's what I mean. Like, I'm not, I don't aspire to be, I don't know. I just want us all to have fun, you know? I just want the con to be like I just want it to be a fun time. A chill fun time, you know? Faith, have a good night. Thanks for popping in. That was fun. You got to go to work. What are you working on tonight? Go get snacks. Yes, I will, Chloe. I got to bring you a cookie. It's time to dehydrate aggressively. You DM'd me. Okay. Thank you, Madison. Heba's starting the laundry. Love to hear that. Taking care of business. All right, BRB. Enjoy some uninterrupted Gerald III quality time. He's your non-abusive chair dad. And more than anything else, he's just a really good listener, I think. Oh no. My headphone holder is slipping off. Okay. Gerald time. Be right back. And then I'm going to turn TikTok on, and we're just going to see where that goes. Gerald is such a good listener, isn't he? He just doesn't he doesn't judge. You can say whatever to him. He's a little creaky. I'm gonna have to give him some oil. On my way back in here, I found this letter that I got from Jadzia. And I'm not gonna read the letter on here, but I am going to show some of the cool stuff that Jadzia sent me. Jadzia, are you still here? Let's see. I know not if she is still with us. Jadzia, are you still around? If so, just say hello. Yeah, okay, cool. Hey, what's up, June? Welcome. I know, your abusive, neglectful anime dad actually came back this time. And he's bringing with him. Man, Gerald is getting creaky. I just wanted to show this off because I thought it was cool. Of course, as part of being a regent, you receive a letter from me each month. Well, at least in theory you do. And you may not get them lately quite as on time as what we would all prefer. But you will get them. And with them, you get little gifts, too. You get little prizes. I don't want to give it away, but just, each person gets something a little different. And usually signed by me. And then Jadzia, and sometimes people will write me back and send me letters back, and they will also include some little items. And I just wanted to show off a couple of these that Jadzia sent me because they were very timely and they were very cool. And so, first of all, Jadzia sent me. Well, I should probably show these two together at the same time. Let me open this up here. Did I remember the milk? I remembered the American spirits, but I forgot the milk. I hear that it does a body good. I heard about it 1,000 times a day when I was a kid on TV for some reason. For some reason still unknown to me. So first of all, Jadzia sent me this very cool Balatro sticker. How about that? Because I'm loving me some Balatro. And that is such a cool sticker. So thank you for that. And I have a feeling that is going to get stolen by one of my kids because my kids also freaking love Balatro. But then, on top of that, as if that wasn't cool enough, Jadzia also got me. I'm going to show this in order of how much I like it. So this first one I like a lot, but the second one is I like a whole lot. Look at this. King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard sticker? What? A King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard sticker. That's so cool. This is like my favorite band this last year for sure. I freaking love King Gizzard. And then, to top it all off, this is amazing because it's a conversation piece. And for those of you that see me at a con sometime soon, you're going to see me wearing this because I guess I'll be debuting it in Alabama. But a con lanyard of King Gizzard of a Lizard Wizard. So awesome. I freaking love this band. They're from Australia. If If you haven't found out about them yet, you really need to. They put out about like 6 to 10 albums a year. Maybe not that many, but like 6 albums, 5, 6 albums every single year, these guys. And so they're incredibly prolific. They play every sort of style of music you could think of. They have like a heavy metal album. They have an electronic music album. They have all kinds of psychedelic rock albums. They have a bunch of stuff in between. And yeah, I just got to say thank you, Jadzia. These were really, really cool gifts to receive in return. So thank you. And on that note, raise your tankard. As you are able, raise your tankard. Mine is full of unsweetened pure leaf iced tea. Oh, yeah. And then to go with that, I have, courtesy of Zero, which somehow he got me so many Tim Tams that these Tim Tams are still going, which never happens. The original Tim Tam. So I got the Australian cookie snack. The Australian, one of my favorite bands. It's getting very Australian in here in the best possible way. That is good. Chewing ASMR. So Shaylee, it really depends on your, on what type of music you really like, but because they've got it all. They've got a country album. It's like a country folk album. That was not my favorite. I really like Invade the Rat's Nest. That's their kind of heavy metal album. And then they've got a concept album called Nonagon Infinity, which is amazing. It's made to be played in a loop. So literally when the last song ends, it's the beginning of the first song. And so the whole album is made to be played like in a loop. And it kind of has like 3 riffs that continually happen throughout. Not really riffs. I mean, they are riffs, but they're like musical ideas. There's like 3 musical ideas that happen repeatedly in different ways, like throughout the whole album. And it's really fun. And yeah, check it out sometime. I am not sponsored in any way, I should say, by any of these wonderful Australian products. Oh, yeah. That's the stuff. Unsweetened pure leaf iced tea. Also not sponsored by them. And Lady Ashley says I need a pet kangaroo. And I don't know if I would want to take care of a pet kangaroo, but I would like to meet a kangaroo. You know, occasionally you go to the cons and there'll be people there that have brought like a sloth. I got to meet a sloth one time. That was cool. I got to feed a sloth. That was fun. Snake. There was a snake one time. I got to meet a snake. Monkey. Somebody brought a monkey. I got to interact with the monkey a little bit. Yeah, somebody needs to bring a kangaroo. That would be fun. Yeah, the crunch. It's so crunchy. So, yeah, the band is called King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. If you find them on Spotify, get ready, because it's like 40 albums of music. I'm not kidding. So there's a lot to dig into there. Yeah, thank you, Jadzia. Those were really thoughtful and cool. Appreciate you. Yo, what's up, Jinx? Heba, I was just eating Australian cookies and drinking some tea. That's about it. Otherwise, we chillin'. Santa Sue, welcome in. I think I'm going to pop on TikTok just to like bring some of that chaos, but I think I'm just going to keep it really quick. And you know what? You know what I'm going to do? Let's do this so I can interact with both of you. Let's do lightning round of questions on both TikTok and... Oh, that's bright. Lightning round of questions on both TikTok and YouTube at the same time. Lightning round of questions. I'll just pop on and pop off, you know, pretty quickly, I think. Maybe we'll just do, I don't know, just a little bit, you know? Don't forget, that's right, I can't forget the Wombat also. The Aussie vibes are powerful in the Wombortress of Solitude tonight. How can I do this where it's not so bright? Good Lord, that's bright. All right, it's just going to be bright for a minute, because I don't know how else to do it. Yes, Santa Sue, I did. I got your resume about being a mod. We don't have any open mod positions at the moment. So thank you for sending the resume, and yeah, appreciate it. But we just don't have any openings at the moment. These mods and I, we've been doing this for quite a while now. We got a good little chemistry of me just popping in and driving them crazy once a month. Doesn't look too bright? Okay. Here we go. Trace Dos Uno. TikTok Live. Welcome into TikTok Live. My name is Chris Waycamp. I'm a voice actor and an Australia lover. And I got some questions for you guys tonight. So I'm live here on TikTok. I'm live on YouTube as well, over at Sleep Summoner. And say hi to some folks joining. E.T. is here. Stephen Haynes is here. And Terpa Glimmer Ruby is here. Yo, welcome. Dwayne Young is here. Hadouken is in both places at the same time. I appreciate your commitment, Hadouken. Golf Speed is here. Kenny's here. Luna's here. And Luna also straddling both worlds. Living between both worlds, YouTube and TikTok at the same time. Captain's here. There's Santa. What's up? Nat is here. The YouTube people are saying hi to the TikTok people. Welcome in tonight. Johnson's here. 6Lou34M3. Sounds like a bot, but if you're not a bot, you know, welcome. Oh, thank you, Kenny. Great to meet you too. Ghost is here. Weird AF Cosplay is here. I'll be the judge of that. What's up, Christina? Kyojiro's here, and I've got my first hat, so thank you. That's Shinori. Thank you, Shinori. Thank you, Shinori. Also doing double duty. Shaylee Sloan doing double duty. Welcome. Moldy is here. Hello, Moldy. That's quite a name. Don't worry, YouTube. I can still see you. Jay Peter says, if you could voice any character in a series you're not already a part of, who would it be? I'm going to let you guys answer that, because I think many of you already know the answer. Maybe. Let's see if you know the answer to who I would voice. If I could choose any animated character to voice, who would it be? Yes, this is my tankard. This is one of my favorite birthday gifts that I got this year. Madison's like, I want to go to bed so bad. Yes, Chloe is correct. Chloe is correct. I would like to voice Batman. Captain Cold says, did you voice Geto in Solo Leveling? Yes, I did. If you mean Ryuji Goto, that is exactly who I voiced in Solo Leveling. Yes. Yes, indeed. Small Bean is here. What is up, Small Bean? Brianna's here. What is up? Welcome in, Brianna. It's Batman. It's got to be Batman, right? Like, I feel like any dude that grew up in the 90s around these parts here in the US of A. Ooh, now I'm a giant fairy? I had fairy wings there for a minute. Thank you. Bend Over. Thanks, Bend Over. It's got to be Batman. If you're growing up with the Batman animated series and you were kind of a comic book kid, I was definitely a comic book kid. I was all about that Batman. I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman. And really, Aizawa was just a sleepy version of that. I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Eraserhead. Just kind of a sleepy Batman. That's how I've always thought about it. There is a show coming out really soon, isn't there? I've heard about that show. Yeah. I think it's called Vigilantes. Looks really cool. It looks awesome. I hope it's good. I look forward to seeing it. All right. Let me drop some questions for you guys, and we'll just see what kind of questions, what kind of answers everybody's got. I've been assembling some questions for a special event that I'm doing over on my Discord server for some of my very beloved Patreon members, who I have been kind of neglecting a little bit and here lately, and so I need to get back into the good graces, and so we're going to do kind of a little special event, I think this week, if we can find a good time for it. And so I've been putting some questions together, but I'm going to bounce some of the questions that I'm maybe not going to use in that special event. I'll give them to you guys tonight. Aizawa's Discord Kitten says, gone for the milk and cigarettes. Indeed. We were just talking about that. We were trying to decide what milk and what cigarettes would your neglectful anime dad be gone for? And I think the answer is 2% milk and American spirits. DJ says it's his apology letter. Indeed. Father has forsaken us. No milk for cereal, right? Dry cereal. Nothing worse than dry cereal. Thanks for the hearts, Hadouken. Nothing worse than cereal with water. Although I have had that before. Cereal with water. That was my college days. Not good. Not good. Not good. All right, here's some questions for you. If you were held at gunpoint and told that if you didn't impress them with your dance moves, you would be killed, what dance move would you bust out to save your life? To impress this horrible person that is forcing you to dance, you have to impress them or die. What would your dance move be? Luna says the moonwalk. That's very on point for your name. Shaylee says the stanky leg. Knowledge says Mina's dance moves. Shinori says the Macarena. Sakura Rose, what cons am I attending? In the month of April, I am heading to, make sure I say it right this time, Huntsville, Alabama. K. Reese says, I would just die. You're not even going to try? You're not even going to try to dance? Shaylee says, I'm a goner. There's a lot of people just giving up here. Will I be near DC soon? Nothing confirmed yet. Nothing confirmed. Hadouken says, I would take the L or one of those 2020 TikTok dances. Shannon says, Rubber Ducky, Shannon the Rubber Ducky says, chocolate milk and Marlboro Slims. No. Not for this neglectful anime dad. River, I'm the one autograph you need? Well, we got to make that happen somehow. The chicken dance? DJ says the chicken dance. Cha-cha real smooth. The Cupid Shuffle. Gentleman. Chiana says Gentleman by Psy. Ooh, I like that. The OZ Aizawa tap. The OG Aizawa tap dance. What is that? I don't know the Aizawa tap dance. Interesting. Madison, sleep good. Get some good sleep tonight. Waking up early for work in the morning is such a vibe. Totally understand. Cha-cha slide from Heba. Boots scootin' boogie from Tara. Sakura turns it around on me. If Aizawa could dance, what dance would he do? I think he would get in his sleeping bag and he would do the worm. But he would do it with a completely straight face. Like just a totally straight face. Totally serious. He would do the worm in his sleeping bag. Jinx says, I used to be able to head spin when I was a kid. Man, I would not. I was never able to head spin. My head is like, I think my head was always too big and bulky. Kimmy says, just a little reminder, YouTube 65 subs away from 2,000 and kicking off the body pillow giveaway. That's right, I am doing a giveaway over on YouTube. And it is an autographed Fire Force body pillow. If that's something you need in your life, you know what to do. Get over to YouTube. The Sleep Summoner channel on YouTube specifically. And join up because that's the only way you're going to have a chance to win. Arya says, can we all just do Araya? Sorry, Araya. Says, we could all just do a line dance together. Yes, Fraterol, if you need that, if you need it, get on over to Sleep Summoner on YouTube and give me a follow. You will be, the only way to enter to win for this thing is to, first of all, we got to get to 2,000 subs. But second of all, you have to be subbed on YouTube. It's a free sub. It's free real estate. Chemist says, Aizawa would be the sleeping bag in the Harlem Shake video. It's an old code, but it checks out. Man, the Harlem Shake. I hesitate to guess how old the Harlem Shake is now. Like, I want to say that the Harlem Shake is 10 years old, but it might be older than that. Like, it might be... Oh, man. Is the Harlem Shake 20 years old, guys? I really don't want that to be true, but I think that might be true. Okay, Jadzia says it's 11 years old. I feel better. I feel a little bit better. I was scared for a minute there. Discord Kitten is here to bring chaos. Bring it. Bring that chaos. Junior in high school, DJ. Next question. All right. We got the dance moves out of the way. All right. This is this very specific one. If you die and find out that, why are they all about death? I'm realizing. Let's find one that's not about dying. Hold on. Okay, here you go. What fictional character is amazing in their book, show, or movie, but would be absolutely insufferable if you had to deal with them in mundane, everyday situations? What fictional character is amazing in their book, show, or movie, but would be absolutely insufferable if you had to deal with them in mundane, everyday situations? And why? Tell us why. Sierra has called out my questions tonight as death and touching people. Yeah, why do you have to call me out like that, Sierra? Marielle the Cat says Dr. House. Hadouken says Bakugo and Present Mike. I definitely agree with Bakugo and Present Mike. He's so loud, and for what? Sheldon Cooper. That's a great answer, too. William Moriarty. Yo, what's Eraser Mike? What is up? What are you streaming on right now? I'm on YouTube. I'm over on YouTube. YouTube.com / or no, it's not / I don't know. It's youtube.com and then it's Sleep Summoner. Sleep Summoner. SleepSummoner. Sleep Summoner. Tenya Ida. Oh, Tenya Ida is a great answer. Lady Ashley says, Season 1 Izuku Midoriya. All that crying would be annoying. Over everything. He does cry a lot. He does. I gotta agree. He does cry a lot. Mineta, yeah. Mineta's a good answer too. If Midoriya had a Sakura Rose says if Midoriya had a second quirk, it would be crying. Like crying on command? That's like an actor quirk, isn't it? Yo, what's up, show? Becky, welcome in. Hailmore, welcome in. Small Bean, welcome in. Don, welcome in. Scrappy Doo, also a good answer. Scrappy Doo was super annoying. I kind of forgot about Scrappy Doo. But yeah, in real life, Scrappy Doo would be pretty annoying. Albedo, welcome in. Kirishima. Yeah, Kirishima, I don't know. Kirishima's just loud. Like, he's real positive, you know? That'd be nice, but he is real loud. A lot of those kids are loud. Marguerite Dewhurst says Luffy. Gianza says Adam from Hazbin Hotel. Yeah, Ms. Joke. Ms. Joke would be super annoying because you wouldn't have a choice, you know? You would have to, she could just force you to laugh no matter how terrible the question was. That'd be rough. Luna says SpongeBob. Yeah, SpongeBob would be very, very annoying. Okay, next question. Oh, this is a good one. This is kind of a thinker. You got to think on this one a little bit, I think. I think you have to think. If you are transported 400 years into the past with no clothes or anything else, 12 Monkeys style, for those that know that reference, how would you prove that you were from the future? How would you prove to the people 400 years ago if you had nothing, no clothes, nothing from the modern world? How would you prove that you're from the future? Perpetual Chemist says my tattoos. That's a pretty good way to do it. Sakura Rose says use slang, but but they would just think you're crazy, right? They would just think you're crazy. Kimmy says they're gonna burn me as a witch either way. Why does it matter? Show them the phone. No, you don't have your phone. You don't have your phone in this particular scenario. You don't have your phone. You don't have anything. Tattoos is a really good answer. Tell them about Cybertrucks. I think if you tell them about Cybertrucks, they're definitely going to burn you as a witch at that point. Start beatboxing. And then start beatboxing and then tell them that that's just how people communicate in the future. Like everybody just beatboxes to each other. Nobody talks. Heba says, my knowledge of events yet to come. Yeah, you could be like a prophet. You could make some prophecy. Show them long division. Do TikTok dances. That would blow their minds. That would blow their minds to do some TikTok dances. I think that would change the course of history for sure. Cook French fries? Now that would be interesting. Like if you made some food creations that nobody had really thought of yet. And convince people you're from the future because you have such delicious ideas for food. Predict future astrological events. Tell them about shipping. Man, that would be... Look, shipping is even difficult to explain to people who live in today. Like, that's... it's actually pretty hard to explain to people who are in the year 2025. Tell them... Robo Bobox, great name, by the way. Robo Bobox says, tell them about germs. They would think you're super crazy if you told them about germs, I think. Start singing Hamilton. That'd be fun. Oh, Sierra. Sierra has the most correct answer thus far, in my opinion, which is tell them about the wonders of Baby Bell cheese. So hard to describe, but I've done it at length many times. All the same. I love me some Baby Bell cheese, especially around this time of night. It's like 10:30 p.m. here in North Texas. You know, this is the witching hour as far as Baby Bell cheese goes. . Tell them the craziest thing ever, Shigaraki's backstory. Draw Aizawa in the sand. That would really confuse those people a lot. Kimmy says moonwalk. Moonwalk seems to be the answer to a lot of our problems. Was Michael Jackson trying to tell us something more by introducing us to the moonwalk? Was Michael Jackson from the future, and the way that he was communicating with us that he was from the future was by showing us the moonwalk? Teach them how to Dougie. Moonwalking seems to solve everything. All right, next question. Okay, here's a good one. This is especially good for TikTok, I think, because TikTok is deeply aware of this stuff. YouTube is too, but I think TikTok is a lot more aware of this stuff. What is something that is really popular right now, but in 5 years, everybody's going to look back on and be embarrassed by it? What's popular right now, 5 years from now, in 2030, everybody is going to look back on it. Talk to a... Yeah, Hawk Tua, great answer. I think that already happened, though. I think Hawk Tua is already over, like way over. All the bows on every piece of clothing. Saying Sigma. Yeah, I knew TikTok would be good at this. Brain rot. Sigma boy. Tara says Cybertrucks. The Bop House. Skibbity Riz. Yep. Gen Alpha slang, just in general, yeah. The whole Stanley Cup trend. I don't think I know the Stanley Cup trend. Homeless Riz. What is that? What is that? Alita says that fluffy haircut that every guy at school has. Hating on theater kids. Who's out here hating on theater kids? Hey, what's up, Jade? Welcome. Being a billionaire? I don't know if that's ever going to go out of style, unfortunately. Prime Energy. I already forgot about Prime Energy drinks. Those were really a thing last year, right? I've never had a Prime Energy drink. Tim Cheese and John Pork. I do not know what that is. Hey, what's up, A? Alyssa says Stanley Cup trend is people being utterly obsessed over the brand Stanley. Oh, the Stanley Cups. So when you said Stanley Cup trend, I thought you were talking about hockey. But I know what you're talking about now. Yes. Kardashians? Are the Kardashians still popular? Is that still a thing? I've never seen a single episode of that show, but I know that they were super duper popular. For a while, but are the Kardashians still popular? Like, I literally don't know. Surprisingly, yes. Moldy says yes. People still talk about the Kardashians. Not really. They've been canceled? I didn't know that. What are the Kardashians are canceled? Okay. Bella says, I think making fun of them is popular now. Okay, next question. Okay, if your state that you live in, we could make this more inclusive to the world, I suppose. If your state or European country, or whatever country you're in, was represented by one food item, what food item would your state or country be represented by? And if you're in Canada, give me your Canadian state. Corn, tacos, poutine, burgers, Alberta's beef, scones from Alyssa, burgers for Hadouken, tenderloin for Sophia, Texas-shaped waffles. Ooh, that sounds really good. Tara says a Sonoran dog. Brisket and Texas-shaped waffles. Cyresta says, Cyresta, you must be in Texas. Cyresta says Buc-ee's. That's not a food. Buc-ee's is not a food. But I'll take it. Actually, I'll take it. Kimmy says sweet tea. Yeah, I would buy that. Jinx says haggis. Pigs in a blanket from Missouri. Peaches? Don't know what to say for Illinois. Philly cheesesteak. Yes, yes. Gumbo, jambalaya, or po' boys. The California roll. Jackie says In-N-Out for California. Fried chicken or potatoes. The Fluffernutter. That's Massachusetts, huh? The Fluffernutter. Tell me what the Fluffernutter is again. Is that a banana? I think it's a banana and something else, right? People in TikTok are now learning what Buc-ee's is. Chiana says in Alaska, it's Indian tacos. That's cool that you're in Alaska tonight. I have not made it out to Alaska. I definitely want to go to Alaska. Alaska. Definitely want to go to Alaska. Elora says pork tenderloin. This is just making me hungry, which, of course it is. Luna says Fluffernutter is a peanut butter and marshmallow fluff. Ooh, that does sound good. I couldn't eat that every day, but boy, I could eat it once or twice. EG's in Tucson. Jadzia says, Tips Fedora, Malaska. Summer says, I'm from Arkansas. I have no clue what ours is. Well, what is Arkansas? Is anybody else from Arkansas here? What would be the food from Arkansas? Maybe a Walmart sandwich? Do they sell sandwiches at Walmart? They do. I'm sure they do. Maryland not being mentioned. I know. What would the food be from Maryland? I don't know. Dude, Sierra, do it. Are you kidding? Why wouldn't you do that? You got to do that. Sierra's talking about applying to Buc-ee's. Do it, Sierra. Shannon says, Arizona, the prickly pear jelly. Can't say as I've ever tried that. All right, next question. Man, I'm just hungry now. Okay, this sounds fun. Creative answers here. First, think of a product. Now, what would be the absolute worst brand name for one of those products? Think of any product. What would be the worst possible brand name that you could come up with for that product? So tell us the product, and then tell us the worst brand name that you can think of. Okay, I'll do one. Facial tissue, like Kleenex, and the worst brand name I could come up with for it is Snot Wipes. Just because it'd be gross. It'd be gross to buy Snot Wipes. Luna says, the new smart vacuum, I suck. DJ says, shaving cream, creamy and delicious. Oh, man. I remember trying my dad's shaving cream one time. Like, it does look so good. So I tasted it. It's not good. Spoiler alert, don't eat shaving cream. It's not good. Leafy says, Coca-Cola from powder to liquid. Clean and Human Anatomy for Bath and Body Works. Coca-Cola mac and cheese? Lipstick, the stick that goes on your lips. I mean, it's very clear. You know, at least that's a clear brand name. You know what to do with that. Plastic cup, disposable alcohol measuring device. Fizzy milk. Oh my gosh. Hadouken says calling a toothbrush a tooth comb. Ugh. Yeah, that triggers my gag a little bit. A tooth comb. Kimmy says a toilet paper brand called Skid Marks. Yes, Lexi, congrats on a safe flight. Have a safe landing. Hope it's all smooth sailing the rest of the way. Arknessa is here and has taken time away from her busy work to say, milk with pulp. Oh, God. I don't know. Ugh. Milk with pulp is gross. Super gross. Definitely qualifies. Hey, what's up, Lacey? Air tanks for tires. Blow them up. That's just cottage cheese? Ugh. Milk with pulp. I'm not going to forget that one. Marielle says tree bark wipes. Saggy, oh Lord. A mirror, but call it depression. Mickey Mouse ears, Minetta's hair. Jadzia says we should call ice water chunky water. I like the smooth water. I'm a fan of the smooth water. Do you like it chunky or smooth? Luna says, I prefer my water boneless. I think I do too. Water gushers. I mean, basically that's what they are. You're right. That's objectively correct. Okay, if you woke up tomorrow and suddenly your 5-year-old self suddenly found themselves inhabiting your mind and your current body, what would your 5-year-old self do first? Cry. Yeah, probably that's true. I think all of our 5-year-old selves would probably cry. Play with Pokemon cards. Panic. Hide under a bed. Kimmy says get donuts. I kind of vibe with get donuts because, man, my 5-year-old self would be blown away that I could just buy and eat as many donuts as I want. I would get sick on donuts, I think. Chicago, Jocelyn asks. There may be some more news on that soon. Can't say anything about it right now, but just keep your eyes open on my socials. That's where I'll be posting about it. Leafy, a very adult answer, says, I would also get my back checked for scoliosis. That's, you know. Hey, what's up, Aaron? Welcome. Nessie, welcome in. Dang, Waycamp back at it again with the red shoes. Yeah, the red shoes are coming back. Eraserhead says, I guess stand in horror while looking at a mirror. I think we would do that, at least for a little while. But then I'd move on to the donuts. All right, let's do one last question to close it out here. Okay, here we go. This has been the weird touching / death / food and now / crimes questionnaire. If you were arrested with no explanation, what would your friends and family immediately assume that you had done? Arrested with no explanation, what would your friends and family assume that you had done? Bradford says, nice try, FBI. Friends would assume murder. Wow. Arson? Okay. Caught smoking. Arson, murder. It's a lot of murder. Sophia says broke into Comic-Con. Lily says got in a fight. So much murder. Lexi says I chonked my mother. Pickpocketing. Death and destruction from Levi. Said too much Gen Alpha slang. Broke into J. Michael Tatum's house. That is frighteningly specific. Jaywalking. Assault or vandalism. Yes, I do say BBG. Flipping off the president. Purgabirdie says, feels like a trap. Piper says, illegally petting a wild animal. Stealing from an ex-brother. Get arrested for stealing Highland cows. Also very specific. Yo, what's up, Auden? How are you doing tonight? Theft or murder. Stealing an animal from the zoo. Accidental trespassing. Well, look at that. Hadouken has brought forth the Cowboy Zawa. Merely by putting a cowboy hat and a mustache on me. It's just that simple. Stalking and murder. Jeez. Wow. Wild and out. Talking back to my mom. Four-wheeling in the streets. I got in trouble for that when I was a kid. But I was with my dad when it happened. So he kind of talked, he talked us, he talked to the cop, talked our way out of it. Four-wheeling down the street. Slapping and assaulting coworkers that have no common sense. Driving without insurance. Setting the school on fire. Again, very specific. Driving down the wrong side of the road. Reckless driving. Stealing MHA merch. I mean, at least you got good taste, right? I know, right? I don't know what happened. Trooper Jones is like, what happened? What are you guys talking about? We're talking about if the cops showed up and arrested you, what would your friends and family assume the crime was that you had been arrested for? Yes, Calfriend, I got the Amber Alert. That's why my phone fritzed out there for a minute. Purgabirdie says, Chris is going to get arrested for cursing the Discord. How dare you, Purgabirdie? How dare you not end your statement with a hoot? How dare. Some of you, Aizawa's Discord says, some of y'all gonna stay unemployed with all this murder and stalking nonsense. All right, lightning round for me before I shut it down. Who's got questions? Hit me with your lightning round questions before we close down the stream tonight. And don't forget to join us over on YouTube, where we're going to have the giveaway once we hit 2,000. So close to 2,000. We just need a few more of you guys over here on the TikToks to join me on YouTube. The channel is youtube.com @Sleep Summoner. I'm live on YouTube right now too. There's a lot less cowboy hats, but there's a lot more frequent streams. Well, a little more frequent streams, let's be honest. Yes, I do have a Discord server. Yes, I do. All right, here comes some questions. What would I be arrested for? I I'm going to say I would be arrested for breaking into the pyramids in Egypt to try to get into the chamber and see if there really are columns and some sort of city underneath the pyramids. I would probably get arrested for that. Leafy says, if you had a Pokemon, which one would it be? I could have any Pokemon I want. Is there a Pokemon that just produces delicious food? Is that a thing? I would have that Pokemon if that is a thing. The delicious food Pokemon. Are you playing Aizawa in the new Vigilantes show? I can neither confirm nor deny the answer to that question. Kimmy lets me know that we've got 61 followers left till we get to the giveaway. That means we're 61 followers away on YouTube from 2,000. So bear that in mind. What ending to a movie or book would you change and why? I would change the ending of Game of Thrones. Because it was terrible. Have you ever tried Katsudon? Yes, I have tried Katsudon. Good stuff. Vicky says, do you have an April Fool's joke ready for tomorrow? I'll never tell. I'll never tell until tomorrow. Do you regret unintentionally becoming the dad of over 1,000 problem children? No. No, I do not. I'm unintentionally the dad of like 600,000 problem children over here on TikTok, so that's okay. I accept my role here. Thank you, Summer. Good to see you. Sleep good tonight. Are you coming back to Orlando? I have a feeling I will be coming back to Orlando, but I can't confirm or deny a location or a time. Put it that way. What is your least favorite dinosaur? Now, that is a question I don't get asked ever. Occasionally, people ask me my favorite dinosaur. I don't think I've ever heard... What's the dinosaur with the... He's got like a... I think it's a duck bill or something. It's like a duck dinosaur. I don't know why, but it always looked kind of stupid to me. It's like a mashup of a duck and a dinosaur, you know? I forget what it's called, but I don't like that dinosaur. It should either be a duck or a dinosaur. It shouldn't be both. If you could be any other character, who would you choose? I would really like to voice Batman. Just saying. That'd be cool. What was your favorite line as Zine in Frieren? I really liked it when he gets done being like kind of a mediator between Fern and Stark, and then he just goes right back to the bar and takes a giant swig of his drink and goes, "Just date already." That was a good moment. What's your favorite quote to write on Aizawa Funko Pops? I especially like to write this on the Aizawa Funko Pop of him in the sleeping bag. It's one of my favorite quotes of his, and it is, "Why is everyone around me so noisy?" It's usually appropriate for the con, too, because it's so loud. What is my least favorite Disney character? Wow. Least favorite Disney character. I feel like I have a lot of them these days. Man. God, I don't know. I don't know. I got to think about that. Good night, Shinori. Sleep good. We'll see you next time. If Aizawa had a Disney theme song that suits him perfectly, what song would it be? Man, these Disney questions are hard. Who is your favorite Demon Slayer character? I like Inosuke, just because he's crazy and obnoxious and fun. What inspired you to be a voice actor? Two shows in particular really. Yes, I am excited to voice Michael Kaiser. Yes, indeed. One show that inspired me as a kid was Batman the Animated Series.
Oh, thank you, Shinori. I mean, Batman the Animated Series. That was a big inspiration to me as a little wombat. Little Crispy Wombat really enjoyed everything he saw on Batman the Animated Series, don't you know?
And then when I was in college, my roommates and I would get done delivering pizza at night, and we'd get home, and late at night, there was a show called Midnight Run on Cartoon Network, and there was a show on there called Cowboy Bebop, and Cowboy Bebop kind of blew me away, because I was a big Star Wars fan, and it was kind of like the cartoon Star Wars in a way, but it was just following, like, the characters like Han Solo, who was always my favorite character in Star Wars, and so I was immediately very, very intrigued. And yeah, that show inspired me a lot. Do I like D&D? Yes, I do like D&D. And in fact, I credit D&D with being my first exposure to improv, because a lot of the stuff, you know, with D&D involves voicing characters that you create in the show, in the game rather. And so that was kind of my first. I didn't know I was doing improv, but, you know, improving these dialogue and lines and interactions in the game. Would you rather be a merman and live in the ocean or a prince and live in a castle? I'm going to go with prince and live in a castle. What King Gizzard of a Lizard Wizard song would be Aizawa's theme song? Let's see. I'll say Butterfly 3000. Out of all 40 albums, yeah. My best deep South accent. I say foghorn leghorn here. Now listen, boy. Here we are together in the garden of good and evil, passing the time, as it were. Me a gentleman, you a lady of class and wealth. The two of us thrown together by fate. Why, I believe there's nothing more kismet than the very moment we find ourselves in right now. You're going to be at Motor City? I can neither confirm nor deny Motor City at this time. What do I like about being a voice actor? Every day is different. A lot of variety. You're never really doing the same thing twice, because even if you're doing the same character, it's a different situation, it's a different context. The variety when it comes to being a voice actor is unmatched. And if I do the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, I do tend to get bored. Jinx says, what Star Wars character are you beating in a thumb war? I got to go with C-3PO on that one because I think C-3PO is probably by his programming forbidden from hurting a human. So I think he would have to let me win. I don't think he'd have a choice. Would you rather eat a giant donut or a giant cinnamon roll? Definitely a cinnamon roll. I love cinnamon rolls. But I sort of think of cinnamon rolls as a type of donut. Isn't that a type of donut? I don't know. Is that something different? Yo, what's up, Venti? All right. 'Tis my bedtime. Oh, Cat Casa, you just turned 17? Well, I got to give you a little bit of a birthday message then.
Cat Casa, congratulations. You're 17 years old. I want you to know we're all depending on you. To be your best. To be the best version of you that you can be. And it's okay if that changes. You're growing. You're becoming who you're meant to be. And it's gonna be all right. Let this birthday be a time for celebration. But also, let it be a time for you to focus up. Take your quirk to the next level. And go beyond. Plus Ultra.
Congrats on the B-Day. Thank you to all my wonderful patrons on Patreon. Thank you to all the subscribers on YouTube. And everybody who popped in for the first time on my Sleep Summoner channel on YouTube. Thank you guys for chilling with me tonight. What a nice chill stream we had here. And to all of the wonderful folks that have joined over on TikTok, thank you guys for popping in. It's been a fun Monday night. Please join me on Sleep Summoner. You'll see my streams a little bit more often if you do. And also, you could be entered to win a pretty fun giveaway we're going to be doing once we hit 2,000. So make your way over there. We'd love to see you. So until next time, no matter what you do, for as long as you may live, always. Where's my guy? Always. For as long as you live, remember to stay cozy.